On December the 1st, we will see the start of a new season in Splatoon. That means a new catalog to collect with new rewards, and also new features being added to the game as well. Nintendo has confirmed with their latest update that the next major update will focus on new features for the season beginning in December, weapon balance changes, and changes to the Splatfest Tricolor attack mode. It is scheduled to be released at the end of the current season, so basically late November. Thanks to the power of data mining, we may have our first look at some of the new rewards that you'll be able to get starting with the new season. A little disclaimer, of course, data mine content is never guaranteed to make it into the game. Nintendo can always change their plans, but it definitely seems like at least some of this will make it into next season, and you're going to see why. Diam Creeper has discovered some new win emotes that were added with the latest update. Of course, when we get a new catalog, we're going to need to have more emotes to collect. Getting the dab was one of the biggest goals for people this season. Looking at this first one, we have a character kind of doing what looks like the robot. It's a really interesting win emote, and I definitely think people are going to enjoy getting their hands on this one, provided that it does actually get added to the game, of course. We also have a sort of breakdancing one, which doesn't feel too dissimilar from another one of the emotes we had this season, but this time you've got the player turning their back on their enemies, which is kind of a cool look. We also have this bowing one, which I can see being incredibly popular. It has that right amount of sass that I think you want to see with these win emotes, honestly, so this is definitely a good one. It seems more and more likely that future players won't be able to obtain the emotes that they missed out on this season, maybe unless they fully collect their catalog, so we'll have a new series of emotes to collect for the next season. After all, the goal on Nintendo's part is going to be to fill up the new catalog with new content that really incentivizes players to keep going and playing every single day. And working towards completing my catalog really did keep me pushing more and more, which is definitely something that Nintendo wants players to do. Now onto some other things. No new stages have been added this season, so it seems very likely that we will see some new ones with the start of the next season, and maybe mixed in between it as well. An incredibly likely candidate would be Flounder Heights, which had been shown off by Nintendo during the Splatoon Direct. This is of course a returning stage from Splatoon 1, which will likely be modified for free, like we've seen with some of the other stages from past games. There was also another unknown stage that looks totally new, and we haven't exactly seen what this is going to be called or any other details, but it's very likely that this one will also make its way of the next season, if it's ready that is. The Reef is another stage that was data mined. The data seems all ready for it, so it'd be really interesting if that one actually came up before any of the other ones, given Nintendo hasn't mentioned this yet. It's hard to say whether it will come out in the next season or not, but I definitely think the Reef is a good contender, and getting at least 3 new stages with the next season would be good in my opinion, because that's definitely something that Splatoon 3 needs more of right now. It's also really interesting that Nintendo mentioned the addition of new features. Now this could mean a number of things, but I definitely do think we will see some kind of new mode during this time, whether it's the X and League battles that they mentioned during the Nintendo Direct, or perhaps even finally Big Run, which there is a lot more data for now. I guess we'll have to see. Either way, this is going to be an incredibly exciting time for fans of the game. It is going to be our first major update, and putting all the data mine information aside, what Nintendo said alone about what they plan for the next season is definitely exciting. But let me know what your hopes for the next season are. I'd definitely love to hear. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment Splat Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more. I'm trying to hit 20k before the year ends, so your subscription would definitely be appreciated.